What's up, party people? We are back with another solely Voids episode. You know the gig, only Void champions, all the fun. Let's go and see what's happening today. So, we have kind of a lot going on. There is a fireknight tournament that is going on now that we have decided that we are going to farm. Not really for the rewards, although these pots will be helpful. But really what it comes down to is it is just a 3x regen event. As we can see down here, we're getting triple odds at regeneration gear, and we're going to be farming this. So we push as far as we can go. We actually never tried 14, but I think it's pretty fair to say we're either going to stall against the fireknight or we're just going to fail. So we pushed up a little bit, and we can do stage 13. I haven't seen it fail yet. We do have a small chance at some 6-star gear, which we did get. We got our first pair of 6-star speed boots in a stun set. So now we're on the hunt for a different chest piece for Battle Sage. So her build is starting to come together, which is fantastic. It is just great, folks. We also have a number of things coming in, such as this Void Shard and that Sacred Shard. So we have a bunch coming in. We have a bunch new resources if we want it. And I need to farm the arena and faction wars. I kind of got sick of the arena yesterday because I mean, it just once I get up close to that gold 1 mark, the fights just become brutal. They're speed tuned. People know what they're doing. I can't have a hard time beating them. So we're just going to try to get a couple quick and easy fights when we can. And then I think we're going to pop those void shards. They are... I think we're just at the point where we kind of need a new influx of some champions because the ones that we have are fine. But they're mostly built. Can we... I'm going to try this one. Even some of the rares, like we have... The masteries aren't max, but we have 6-star masteries on 6 of our champions. And then our next one is going to be Battle Sage, who we're working on. But I think I just have some other needs right now, so we are going to get absolutely worked by this team here quick. Just finish us. Alright. That's alright. I actually put a one-man defense in trying to maybe get some easier fights, but I did save faction wars for today because it's CVC and it's double rewards on faction wars, and we have our best faction is up. So double revive and kind of I mean 4 of our champions are 6-star and mastery, so I figure we might be able to push a little bit further into this. We'll just see what happens. But Slixus is really coming into its own. He's slowly becoming probably my best champion. At least my best build, at least. Yeah, because I'm using him everywhere, and his damage output is really good for this account. So we're gonna have to see. Oh, we have a clan boss key that we have to run as well. So after we get this, we're gonna see we might be able to push quite a bit of ways past this. If we don't get anything good from the void shards today, I think How respects this little guy right over here. I think he's gonna be our next 6-star. If we can't get anything, I'm hoping to snag like an epic. If we're greedy and get a Lego, I think that would be fantastic. I saw some chatter in Discord about maybe not even using them. I personally would. I mean, it's a voids only challenge, and so that means you're only using voids, and that includes the legendaries, because it could be a long stretch before you get one. And then we also need to look at the missions and challenges towards Arbiter, because obviously she's going to be a huge bonus for us once we're able to get, and the 3 stars. So that's just great. Ooh, and then we have boss. We might be able to get a book here too. awesome, awesome. Because I think the other one I don't even have. So that's the other thing. Is because I also want some amount of champions just to have. Be able to farm even the first stage every day. Okay, so we have energy in the shop, which is good, but we typically avoid that because we're pushing for a Yakarl. Let's see if there's anything down here I'm able to reasonably do. 200 increased speed buffs in Tag Team Arena. That's going to be one of ours this week. We tend to do that one every week. 5 million silver. Throughout the week, I like to think I'm going to be able to do that. Then, am I going to farm the fireknight 500 times in 24 hours? Very unlikely. Is there another speed in Tag Team Arena? Yeah, and that's the one we're going to take. So we got a good set of missions. Alright. Okay, let's see what we get out of the clan boss. Alright. Well, you know what? We're going to do brutal first. Normally I go low to high. We still haven't been able to push beyond what we're currently at. So, that is disappointing, but at the same time, we're just plugging away with what we can deal with. Can't a whole lot of nothing. I'll keep those. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this clan boss key before I forget, and I'll just cut that out of the video, so I'll be back in a moment. I thought we were going to get our first 1 key on hard. We're so close. So close, but at the end here, Aboro went down, didn't have the revive on death. That might have been able to push us up a little bit further, but either way, great key. Showing a lot of progress there. And actually, I think that most of that progress is stupid, but it's just we're starting to pick away. I mean, I've been trying to put 3 to 5 arena battles in a day and just trying to get... I'm just going to try to fill these all up, basically, is what it comes down to. Especially, my next will be ignore defense, and then crit damage, and then we'll probably just cycle through those 4, because it's a slow grind, but anyway. Alright. So, let's take a look at what the fireknight team actually looks like. This is currently the team. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's the absolute best team, because it's really just an amalgamation of most of my champions that do some work, but we get to the boss actually pretty fast. Terex, for like no crit damage, I feel like he always hits super hard. And maybe it's just because they've already always been weakened, but anyway, we struggled to take the boss's shield down, which is obviously a huge issue with the fireknight. We have like no multi-hits, basically. We have a 2-hitter on Slixus, and that's about it. But we managed to get it down, and he puts the shield back up, but between the cleanse from Reliquary Tender and the turn meter from Broadmaw, we get him down, and it hasn't failed, and honestly it hasn't really been that close, but you could tell at points you're like, oh, is this a stall? But it's hard it's just hard to take the boss down if you don't have that opening to put a decreased speed on him. Just really hard. So this is kind of what it looks like, is we just go in spurts where we're able to get a little bit of damage through, but then every now and then we just have one where he has a counterattack up and these two don't do their other abilities, that we're able just to get bigger chunks of damage. And some of the champions have the mastery where they hit him with the A1, it knocks the turn meter back, and so that buys you a little bit of time to get that shield, or to get that health bar just down, you know what I mean? And if we're able to get a decreased defense, that doesn't seem to always happen too often, where it always takes a couple runs through, you know? It's just so much different from like my main account, where everything, not necessarily speed tuned, but you have them going fast enough, you have kind of a strategy. But stage 13, I'll tell you what, you get a lot of brews, you get a lot of mystery shards. It's real real annoying, and that is something that I wish could be fixed. Alright, let's take a peek. Haven't peeked in here. Okay, we have a level 10 clan. I don't like the looks of that. Our personal rewards, just kind of run of the mill. It'd be really cool if we could get to that. We very well may, because we're gonna pull some shards here very soon, so it depends on what we get. Yeah, I mean, these are really good rewards for us. Like, the clan gold is super helpful. Epic book is good. Yeah, we might even be able to buy some energy from the clan shop this week. All right. Okay. We're also gonna pull these today because, well, why not? So let's make sure that we're all good here. Yeah, those are probably... I'm wondering if we should actually maybe hold off and pull the voids first. Alright. Just in case. Just in case. So we have two options. I have Marichka on my main account, and she's a goat. She's awesome. Totally great. But I don't have Ursuga, and I think she's cool, and I think she'd help us. She's a really good ally protector. I think she might even put a strength in on the team. And so, if we happen to get wildly, insanely lucky, I would like to have a chance at somebody I haven't played with before. So, alright, we're not pulling any of the other shards. All the other shards are saved for our first fusion whenever a void one rolls around. Which one has that been? It's probably been a year or so since Emic, which would have been the last one. Alright, otherwise, let's get a good epic out of this. Obviously, Cold Heart Bellower, Painkeeper, anything like that would be welcome. Oh, okay. I have a good soul for him, too. 3-hitter, decrease attack. Heals all allies, increase defense. And then a revive. Awesome. Absolutely. I think this guy is going to be a beast for us. Yep. That's awesome. I can maybe put him in lifesteal, because he's got an A3, but none of the other ones actually hit. So actually, he's a candidate if I can get that good regen set. He's going to be a big help for us. So as far as a rare here, and he's got a 3-hitter. Oh man, that's a good pull. All right, good pull. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Don't let me down. Oh my god. This is my 3rd Reliquary Tender. Can I empower them? And the worst part is I actually already have my High Elves rare, like Faction Guardians filled out, so maybe opening up some chickens. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this, so I'm going to have to think about that. That sucks. Okay, alright, one good one, one bad one. Alright, ooh, oh, come on, come on. Okay, I don't think he's good. Let's see though. Okay, attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Okay, books up to 55, so that's not terrible. Attacks 4 times at random. The first hit has a 100% chance of placing a provoke for 1 turn, and each other hit has a 50% chance of placing a provoke. But that other one buffs actually to 60. Okay, so that's a little bit weird. Alright, let's see what this last one is. Okay. Places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies, and then places a shield on this champion equal to 30% of its max HP. If it's ascended, which obviously it will be, it's going to place a 15% continuous heal on this champion for 2, as well as a shield, and then grants an extra turn. I mean, we can all just call it what it is. It's not great, but for us, it's going to be usable. Okay, we'll transfer 50% of the damage inflicted on Cagebreaker to this champion during battle, only when Cagebreaker is on the same team. I don't know who Cagebreaker is, actually. We'll fumble around and look for a Cagebreaker, but then it does have a good aura. Alright, folks, like, I don't think he's anything amazing, but I think he's going to be usable. I like the A1 decreased defense. Just gives us more shots. We'll see where we can use him. Okay, cool. I'm excited to use him. I don't think he's very good, but I'm excited to have a chance to use some different epics. All right. That doesn't mean we can't hit gold here right now. Okay, what do we get? Okay. Another fireknight champion, I think, right? Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each critical hit has a 50% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 3%. 50, 60, 75. So 75% chance? 3%? Give me like 5 or 10%, but okay. Oh, and a heal reduction on a 2-hitter. Okay, so that's pretty good. And that's a 100% chance? Okay. And then places a perfect veil and a 30%. I mean, straight. I mean, reflect damage is straight. But it's only on this champion. That's weird. Probably would turn that off against the Fire Knight. And a good aura. Okay. Hey, folks, I like that. I like that. I think that is a good... I think that's a good little summon session. We got an epic. I was really hoping to get an epic. But I think both of these guys here, Pantera. I think both of these guys are totally builds. I'm going to build him. I'm going to build both of these guys right away. And then as far as this guy, I wish I would have gotten that earlier. That's okay. Just so, I mean, it would really help with the Fire Knight progress. But that's okay. Alright, let's move on to the souls. So, wish list. Do I want to change anything? These guys have 2-star souls already. So, do I want to put in the Towering Titan? You know what? The odds of me getting it aren't even that good. So, let's just go for it. Pull it as this. Actually, I take that back. I am going to 100%. I'm actually really hyped up about the Tree Shield Knot. I think that's going to be awesome. Alright. Then we get a couple extra coins. What do we get? A legendary. I feel like we get a lot of legendaries. Hey, at least it's a void. At least it's a void. 500 points for CVC. Okay. Okay, what do we get here? A Tree Shield Knot. You know what? I shouldn't have put the Tree Shield Knot in on the first place. Because I'm like, oh, maybe, you know what? It's my other account. My other account I have. And, okay. So, yeah, there we go. Let's just ascend. I mean, we're gonna get some points, right, for ascending. I have a ton of these mid potions, which is nice. And then that actually just gets me a little extra energy. I'm gonna send this guy right away too. Man, we love Reliquary Tender. I should be sure to do. There is a place where I think it's possible that we will want to build 2 of them, strictly because I think that, you know, we're gonna come across a boss where we're gonna want to cleanse like a ton. But we do already have 2 solid cleansers. I don't know. It's just disappointing. Nobody likes getting dupes, especially this early on in the game when you're trying to make progress. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing when I have toys and I want to play with them. So here he can do a decrease attack. And a big increase defense. And the shield's only for revived allies. Okay. I'm debating on whether I want to actually build him with some accuracy or not. I just want to make sure that I want to check Immortal and Regen. I want to make sure he is super, super fast. But if I can get those kind of tanky, make him always healing up, that would be ideal. The problem is I doubt I have a speed boot. That is going to be adequate. Man, that's a good roll, but at 11 only. Okay, but that's still super usable for us. I'm just looking for speed. I mean, that would be a good one for him. Yeah, I get a lot of 4-star gear farm in stage 13. Okay. The thing is, I really don't want any 4-star. I don't mind. I'm at the point where I don't mind 4-star at the top row, but I really, really, really want to avoid the 4-star from the bottom. Okay, usable and usable. So if we can snag maybe some 5-star speed boots, 5 or 6-star speed boots, we might have a good little set for him. And just curious, what do I have? I do have an accuracy banner, so he'll get a little accuracy. Alright. I'm excited. I'm freaking hyped about this guy. How many books do I have? 7. How many does he take? 5, 10, 14. He takes a lot. Alright. We gotta get to it, folks. Alright, so on the bright side, we have another video coming on Thursday. So I'm gonna do a lot of building and work in between now and then. Figure out what we're gonna do with some of these champions. If there's any spots we can auto include. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. And I'll see you on the other side.